Welcome to the Miracles in Wellness podcast. My name is Clarissa Booker, and I'm a holistic coach and beauty expert. I'm here to empower and motivate you to improve your health and lose weight by adding more whole plant foods into your lifestyle. In addition, kick stress to the curb. So be open to receive, because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Hey there, friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Do you ever just notice the charts everywhere for food and like calories, or then you'll see them with like calories with like exercises next to them, like run this long or do these many squats or burpees and you will burn these amount of calories, which is kind of crazy because that doesn't even make sense, because everybody's body is different and calories affect everyone differently. But it does make you realize how important the food is that you put into your body, the nutritional intake of what it is that you're eating, right? So even if, say, the numbers that we see are meaningless, there's still the take if you're a man or a woman, the muscle mass that you have, how old you are, your hormones, all of these things do play a factor. But it's more than just calories in, calories out. Sometimes people want you to believe that that's all you need to focus on, but it's way more than that. Just like you're a complex and unique individual, so is your body, right? I mean, think about food. Everything's different depending on the vitamins, the minerals that's in it, right? And then how your muscles and everything is affecting it. There's different fats, some fats more healthy than others. There's all that sugar, and if you're eating stuff with excess sodium, just all of the things, right? And then if you're just counting calories, I mean, that's just completely external, right? What is that even teaching you? It's not really teaching you anything. So that means the moment you stop counting calories, what's going to happen? You're going to go right back to the state that you were in before. So let's say you're losing weight for a specific reason. You have your goals made out, you have it written down, and you're ready to go. And you read somewhere or you just heard something and you're just like, I'm just going to count calories. I'm going to count 1,200 calories and that's what I'm going to do. And you don't take into account anything else that's going on in your life, your body composition, and just all the long list of things, right? It's best that you can also work with somebody to help you figure those numbers out for you, right? But instead you want to count calories. But then the moment you stop, and you're like, I'm just going to focus on my calories in and calories out, because that's what I've heard somewhere. What happens when you stop? You gain all of it back because you didn't actually learn how to function on your own in a healthy manner, because your body is going to want all of that back that it's been craving, that you haven't been giving it. All right. So even though it might take you longer, the results will be more lasting, right? Just getting to the point when you go over all the other obstacles or learning about what's causing you to eat in the manner that you're doing. For example, if you are stressed or anxiety, it could just be a number of reasons, right? Figuring that out, then being able to tune into your hunger cues and do all the other things, right? Doing all that inner work so that it's a more lasting result, right? Giving you that desire and that bringing you that satisfaction, right? And just having a healthy relationship with food. And that might take time. And if you're just restricting, it's going to be harder for you to get to that place, because you're also limiting that relationship with your food in your body if you are just counting calories, right? Because we want to look at our body as a whole, right? We want to look at you as a unique individual, right? Your whole person, all of you. And just focusing on that one aspect is not going to do that, right? We want to try to be in balance as much as we can. Is everybody's life balanced? No, of course not. But we're going to make the best of it, especially according to our health, right? That's how we focus on all the things. You don't ever hear me talk about just nutrition or just working out, moving your body. Because for the lasting results, we want to look at the whole body, the whole person. And there's so many layers in that, all right? And then on top of that, whatever your favorite calorie counting or logging app is, it's probably incorrect, right? It's just giving you a random estimate, right? Of your daily needs. So it's not even completely accurate. So you cannot even go off of that. If you're just starting out and you just want to log something just to get an idea of where you are, that's one thing. But what happens is people get addicted to these apps and they just feel like they have to live off of it. And then you might not be making any progress and you're just looking at these numbers, right? It's just so much more than that, right? And then if you're constantly logging, you might be thinking about food all the time. And that is not a good place to be. It links you into that being obsessed about your food. Then you might say food's good food and bad food. And you don't really want to think about food like that, because that does not give you a healthy relationship with food, right? When you're like, this is bad, right? You should try not to say that. There's food that's more nutrient dense and food that's not as dense, right? But let's say you're out at a party or an event and you eat something, you don't want to go into that mood, you know what I'm saying, when you're like beating yourself up. That's a whole thing in itself. And a lot of times whenever you're labeling your foods like that and you're being obsessive and you're writing things down and you're hopping on the scale every single morning, that's going to get in your head. Okay, sis, it is going to get into your head. And we do not want that, right? So just finding another way, right? It's better to, instead of doing the scale, measurements are absolutely wonderful, because then muscle, which is absolutely sexy to have a muscles built on you, it's sleeker, but it also weighs a lot because it's more dense. So doing your measurements, seeing how your clothes fit, all of these things. But there's definitely ways where you could just kind of tweak some things here and there just to try to get you into a different mindset when it comes to your health, right? Because we do know it all goes hand in hand, right? What you're putting on your body is, for your weight loss and for any health conditions, it's all tied together, right? Weight is just another symptom of something going on in your body, right? And what you also don't want to do is wait to get a diagnosis. You want to try to prevent as much as you can or stop and reverse, right? And weight is just another symptom of that. You don't want to be like, well, my numbers are fine today, but you don't want to get to the point that your doctor tells you something and then you got to go backwards. Let's nip it in the bud right now, all right? Let's do that, because you are so worth it. And I believe in you, but you got to believe in yourself, okay? That's what it is. And then to think, depending on what your needs are for that day or what you have going on in your life, will also affect the amount of calories that you need. Because somebody who's very active, who's always working out, they need more calories. You cannot live off a very little amount of calories. You are going to feel so lethargic and you're going to feel not good, okay? So you need to have more calories, or you don't want to like pass out or something like that happen. So that also depends on what's going on in your life, right? So basically, it still goes back to the quality of the food that you are consuming, right? However you are choosing to eat, right? The beauty of eating a whole food plant-based way of life is that you're eating more food that's from the ground and is not packaged, right? And so it's more natural and you don't have all the preservatives in it and just like all the sugar and the salts. You prepare the food, right? And it's not, I've said it before, it's not about being vegan or anything like that, because there's a lot of unhealthy vegans out there because some people do things for different reasons. So when we're talking about our health, we just want to try to eat more variety, right? And it all comes down to planning, right? If you need to batch cook, do that. If you don't have the time to cook every single day, a lot of people don't have the time to cook every single day, then you want to batch your food up, right? Just making sure it's balanced, right? Like, are you meeting your protein needs? Are you getting your healthy fats in there? All of the things that you need, right, will happen. You just have to plan your meals, right? And I'm not saying go all in and eat a gazillion calories. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, though, when you focus on the quality of your food, they will naturally be lower, right? And you will be full, right? Just planning out what it is that your body needs for you, because it will be different than your best friend, right? Or your sister or something like that. Your needs are all different, so you cannot follow the same eating plan. It might work or it might not. What we want to do is just sit there and make sure we're getting everything we need in, right? Like making a list of the foods that you do enjoy, then putting them together. Like, do you want salad and you want to add some quinoa, some black beans on it? Do you want to have some rice and beans together, some legumes? Find some veggies that you like, right? You can have a good protein powder, making sure it doesn't have a lot of stuff in it, right? For like when you're on the go, so that you're not grabbing something like snacky. You're not grabbing some kind of snacks or something like that, So just making sure that you're planning everything out. So I know you got this, but I'm going to sit there and give you a free recipe guide while you're here. It has 12 yummy, healthy, delicious plant-based recipes in it. I want you to go to bit.ly/WFPB Power. That's WFPD Power. And of course, the link is in the show notes. And go ahead and grab it. Get yourself some extra new recipes. And then just send me an email back. All right. Can't wait to talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform. And also don't forget to leave a written review, as well as share this episode. That's how we spread the message.